everyone and welcome to Minecraft Hardcore. My name is Speedy and I'm going to be playing Minecraft Hardcore. I'm recording this voice after the fact just because I found it a lot easier to get my thoughts down on paper and explain what's going on screen for you. So if you're wondering why the video is sped up in certain parts, that's why. A lot of Minecraft has a lot of gathering, a lot of exploring, and some of it can be a little bit boring. So in an effort to speed up the process, I've sped up parts of the gameplay that otherwise would take too long. So the first thing I'm doing as we spawn into this world is I'm going to be gathering some wood. I need some wood to start making a house, building my base, getting the items that I need to survive in this very hostile world. Now, the thing that I enjoy about Minecraft Hardcore is that in especially the Java edition of Hardcore, if you die, that's it. That's the end of this world. The only thing you can do is spectate it. You can't interact with items, you can't walk around, you can't respawn. So once I've gathered a decent amount of wood, I'm going to make a workbench and kind of set down the area that I'm going to build my base. This is where I'm pretty happy. I'm on top of a pretty big mountain and I've got lots of trees all around me. So I'm going to start crafting my essential tools, my axe, my pickaxe, maybe a shovel or a sword here or there. But I'm going to focus on gathering the resources that I need to start building up. Now I've got some cobblestone. The first thing I want to do is make stone tools. So I built a wooden pickaxe and a wooden axe just to get some of the essentials, some wood, some stone. And I'm going to quickly replace those wooden tools because they're not going to do me much good in the long term. It takes really long to farm items. And so I'm just going to replace them and build myself a sword as well. Now moving on, I've gathered some more cobblestone here. I'm going to build a little more tools and get to crafting my house. So some of this dirt is in the way. I'm going to just dig it all up here and make room for where I want to build my house. I'm kind of thinking I want to make the table, the crafting table, the center of the house. So I'm just going to kind of build around it here. These trees are in the way and I cut them down, but the leaves still linger for a little bit. But I'm going to start placing... Oh, there's a bee here. That's nice. That's kind of useful. Maybe for later, but anyway, I'm going to just get rid of these leaves and continue building my little base. As I was saying earlier, hardcore is so interesting because once you die, that's it. So it really ups the stakes, and I really appreciate that about this difficulty because I've always been one that enjoys exploring and enjoys the difficulty of surviving in this hostile world that Minecraft can present, even in its kind of aging setting, so to speak. Anyway, I still really enjoy Minecraft, but it is getting a little bit older. But that's what I enjoy about hardcore, is every game can be different because whatever hostile world you're sent into, you have to make do with what you've got. So I moved the workbench over a little bit because I'm planning for when I get a bed. I want to put a bed right at the end of the crafting table there, just so that it fits in there perfectly. I'm building a very small base. I don't want to carry too much on me at the beginning because I might get overconfident. I might, lose it all. I'm not the best at Minecraft. I die a lot, so I decided I wanted to start off small, and then if I get more items, then I will adjust for the space that I need. But if I'm only going to be having a small amount of items, especially at a certain amount of time, I just want to make a small little base to keep me cozy, keep me safe at night, and to sleep in, especially at night, so I can pass the dangerous time away. I am terrified of the night in hardcore. Especially right now, I don't have any good armor or weapons or whatever, so I'm scared that when enemies spawn, I'm going to get my ass handed to me. And that is scary for me because I don't want to lose this world. I plan to make a hardcore series here on YouTube with this world. And if I die so soon, I won't be able to make that hardcore series. But I decided nonetheless to take my shot at it. I'm building a nice little roof right now, It's going to keep me safe. I plan to put windows in these open spaces just to give me a nice view. And now it is nighttime, and I have not found any sheep or wool, so I'm just going to dig down and put a block over my head and wait till day. It's now day, and I had a successful night waiting out the night. There's a skeleton here. I'm just going to kill him real quick. He's going to get a hit on me, which scared me when I was playing it, because I was like, holy shit, like, I'm going to die here. But I killed him quite easily, and I went out searching for sheep, because I don't want to have to deal with the night again. So I'm going to get 3 wool. There's plenty of sheep out here, so I'm just going to kill them. When you kill sheep, you get 1 wool per sheep. You can get shears later, and they will give you more wool without killing the sheep, but I didn't have those, so I took the 3 wool back to my house for now. And I'm going to craft that bed so that I can sleep the night. It's just 3 wood, 3 wool. And I'm going to put it right by my workbench. Like I told you earlier, that's what I wanted to do. So, now that I got my bed, I can sleep the night away, and I don't have to deal with the enemies as often until I am ready to do so. I'm also going to craft 2 furnaces so that I can get some smelting done. Cooking my food, cooking any materials that I find in the earth. And that's going to be really useful. I got some coal here. I'm going to put half in one forge or furnace and half in the other. And I'm going to smelt some sand for the glass that I was talking about earlier. Now I'm going to go gather some more stone because I'm going to need it. And after gathering my stone, I'm going to take it back up to my home. And, you know, I'm kind of deciding right here, maybe I'm not too happy with this location. There's not a lot of caves nearby as I had thought, and the cave that I thought was nearby isn't as deep as I was hoping it was going to be. So I'm going to head off in a direction and see what I can find. I came across a desert village, which is very useful for some materials. I went around and started searching through the houses to see if there was anything I could use. There was not a whole lot that I found useful. I think I found some food here or something, but I was really hoping there would be more, you know, like armor or a weapon or something to keep me safe from the enemies. But there was not a whole lot, and I didn't really want to base. I wanted to base in a village because of their access to resources and their usefulness late game with trading with villagers. But I didn't want to base in the desert. So again, after searching through this village, I traveled further and found an Acacia village. I don't know if they have a specific name, but all these trees around are Acacia trees, and I actually kind of like their style of trees. And if I find anything useful here, maybe I'll make my base. There's a forge here, which is very good. You usually find armor, weapons, tools, so I'm going to check the forge. And I found some diamonds and some iron equipment. That's really good for me. And a saddle, which is amazing. And some obsidian, which, again, I'm saying amazing a lot, but it really is amazing. This is a good chest to find. I got some diamonds, I got some obsidian, I got a saddle. I think this is a good place to make my base. I'm going to throw my gear on right now just so that I don't die. I'm going to sleep because it is now nighttime, and again, I don't want to face the enemies. Now, I'm kind of thinking that I want to build my base on that little sand island. So I'm going to start building out there with some acacia wood that I have gathered, and we are going to see how well I can make a home out of this place. Now, I like the idea of basing in a village, but I wanted to keep my distance as well because I don't want to interfere too much with them. In my experience, I usually fuck something up, whether it's getting them killed by accident or just plain pissing them off. So I'm just going to build on this little island that's not too far away, so it's good close access to them. I can do my trading, and I've seen a few caves nearby that I will explore later, and I am really happy with how this area looks, so I think I'm going to be happy making a little house here. Now, I'm going to try building it entirely out of acacia wood. When I build houses in Minecraft, I enjoy building them with the the materials that are around me. I don't like to travel very far, so I just like to use what is natural to the environment. So I'm definitely going to use this acacia wood. And I've got some oak saplings with me. I don't think I'm going to use them in this area because it's primarily acacia trees and I don't really want to mess with the environment. So I'm just going to replant acacia saplings and regrow them and use them in this area. If I make some bases outside of the village further out, I'll start using different materials, but for now I'm going to stick to acacia wood for building my house and the materials that I need in this village. Now, building this house, I kept it slowed down because I want to make sure to include all of the building aspects. I'm trying to cut out some of the more boring aspects, the gathering the materials, but I want to keep in the exciting parts, the building, the fighting, the exploring caves, that kind of stuff. So I got my bed and chest moved into kind of the framework of where I want my house to be. I'm putting all the valuables in there so that I don't have to carry them on me and risk, well, in this case, I would risk losing them, period, by dying. But in a normal Minecraft game, which is what my mindset was going through, was put the valuables away so that if I die, I don't lose them. But it's good to put them away anyway because then I have the extra space freed up and I can use those items later. So I started exploring the village a little more because I haven't fully explored it, and I wanted to see if maybe there was a few things I was missing, a couple chests here or there that I could use the equipment from. So I got some saplings, a little bit of bread, and I'm going to fully explore to make sure that if there's anything lingering around, I can get it and use it for my own advantage without pissing off the villagers, because I don't want to piss them off. There's an iron golem here that is kind of scary. I don't want to hit him by accident because he will definitely kill me, but he could be useful later when the night comes and I can have a little bit more of a defense. That golem will help kill the hostile mobs for me. I found some paper, which isn't really useful to me right now, but I'm going to stick it aside and use it for later in case I want to make a map or something. And yeah, I just really explored this village to the fullest extent. I found 2 villagers in this room, which I found kind of funny. And I just started going around. I wanted to plant some saplings to regrow the trees that I have cut down because I will need more of this wood. And I found that there was a little pirate ship here, which I thought was really interesting. I didn't notice it at first, but I've heard things about pirate ships having good loot in them. So I started digging around, and I'm not sure where the chests are located, so I just started digging around randomly, looking for the chest. And I believe it can have multiple chests in it, but I wasn't too sure at this point. And I found one, but it was covered in sand, so I quickly opened it. It had a leather enchanted cap, which I was really appreciative, but the other things in there weren't really useful to me at this time. Like, I don't really need poisonous potatoes right now, or bamboo, I think, was also in there, and I don't need that right now. I'll need it later, so I'll come back for it, but at this point, I didn't really need it, so I just left it there. And I saw a little bit more of the ship was underneath the dirt, so I started digging the dirt as well to see if I could find this other chest, which, again, I have no idea where this chest was, so I just started digging around randomly, hoping that I would find it. I did eventually find what looked to be a doorway underneath the stone, so I just dug down with my almost broken stone pick, and continued looking for this chest. It's got to be around here somewhere. And eventually I found it underneath the stone. So I had trouble actually getting to it. I think my game was lagging. But eventually, after opening the chest a couple of times, it opened up the screen, and I decided to take the buried treasure map. I didn't really care about the feathers. They'll be useful when I want to make arrows later, but I just wanted the treasure map for now, and I wanted to take a look at it. I've never really seen a treasure map before, and I don't know how to read it properly, but I think I'm fairly far from where this treasure is located, so I'm just going to put it in my chest for later. While I was wandering around the village, a creeper blew up next to me, which scared the crap out of me, but revealed this cave. So I wanted to take a quick look inside of it, and there were a bunch of creepers at the bottom. That was a terrifying experience for me because I was scared that the water would push me down towards them, which I did not want to happen to me because that would be a very quick end to my Minecraft hardcore playthrough. So I very carefully dug around to try and get to them, and I'm sorry if the screen is a little dark here. I had no torches at this point, and I think I make some right away here, but I wanted to get close to those creepers to try and take care of them safely, which was very hard for me to do. This one creeper just did not want to die properly and just exploded. Which took care of one of the other creepers, but left the other to me, which, again, I was scared, and I took about half health damage, which was, again, scary for me, but because of my iron, and because of the water, it kept me safe, and that creeper exploded. Now, I made a bunch of torches here with the coal that I gathered, digging that little, alcove there to get to the creepers, and I found that it goes way deeper than I expected, but I wasn't prepared yet to travel into this cave. I want to save that for another episode. Now, I'm pretty happy with what I've done so far. I found a nice cave, I found a nice village, I started building my house, and I think I'm ready to end this episode here. If you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoy Minecraft Hardcore, please leave a like and subscribe.